More on international relations, looks like the Keystone pipeline is going through, but not through the U.S. Why Canada can't wait to start building, and who could get that oil now? The Keystone pipeline extension still seems to be a pipe dream here in the U.S., but now Canada is moving forward with a plan to move oil that would have come to the U.S. from Alberta to the coast of British Columbia, where it most likely will be shipped to Asia. The Obama administration being blasted for foot dragging on the pipeline, as this oil might now go overseas. Dan Springer, live in Seattle with a look at that. Dan.
Yeah, John, what's perfectly clear is that Canada is not just waiting around, waiting for the U.S. to approve the Keystone XL pipeline. Producers in Canada will get the massive amount of oil in the oil sands to market one way or another. Keystone has been in limbo for over 5 years. That's how long the U.S. State Department has been studying the project. It has to approve the pipeline because it would cross a U.S. border. But while the environmental review drags on, a whole new pipeline from Alberta to the British Columbia coast has been developed, reviewed, and now approved by Canada's Energy Board. It's now just waiting a final approval by Prime Minister Stephen Harper.
This oil is going to be produced. The question is it going to Asia to benefit their people, or will it come to its largest trading partner, in this case the United States, to benefit our people, to employ Americans?
The Enbridge pipeline, as it's called, is expected to carry more than 500,000 barrels of oil per day to tankers that would then ship it mainly to China. But Canadian producers don't call it Plan B. They say there's enough oil to fill Enbridge, Keystone XL, and a third pipeline going east through Canada. Analysts expect production in the oil sands to nearly triple by 2030. And that's got environmental groups on both sides of the border fuming. Greens in Canada are still holding out hope that they can block all the pipelines.
Many of us here see this as part of a much larger movement for doing something about climate change, trying to be responsible in the world that we live in today.
We asked, but the U.S. State Department would not give us a timetable for a decision on Keystone XL, although many believe 2014 will finally be the year. Still, President Obama will have the final say. John?
Dan Springer in Seattle. Thanks, Dan.